This evening we're going to talk about Acts 8. It is a story about Philip and the eunuch. It's a very unique story. It's a story that, I just started really understanding a bit more when I studied it. But it's about connection and community. You see, Philip was a superstar evangelist. He spoke to the Samaritans, and they came to believe and be baptized, and all kinds of people he brought to talk about Jesus in the community. But then the Spirit of the Lord said, okay, it's time to go, and let's go to the desert. And he's going to go to the desert. Things are happening here. But he went to the desert.
And that's like the perfect place to start a new community, right? Here in the desert, right?
Right, absolutely. It's right here. But the desert, he didn't know where he was going to be, what he's going to do. The Spirit was saying, just go down there. I got something in mind. So he's walking down, and there's this chariot, and he hears scripture being read. And his ears perk up. Someone's reading scripture out of Isaiah. And so he went to the chariot, and he found a eunuch. And he was reading, and he asked, what does this mean? But instead, Philip said, saying, oh, this is what it exactly means. Philip said, I have to talk to you about someone, about Jesus. And so he started making connections with the scripture and Jesus. And Philip said, this is an amazing connection. The Spirit has led me here. And then the eunuch said, what would prevent me from being baptized?
Which is actually one of my very favorite lines in all of Scripture. Look, here's water. What's going to stop me?
Right there in the desert, there's water.
And one of the best parts about that is the eunuch is one of those folks that so often was excluded from things. And here in this moment, Philip says, you're included.
It reminds me of a story that I've had in my heart for a long time. I was working with some kids, and they were in junior high. And this one young woman, she didn't ever feel kind of connected and feel that she was an outsider. And we were talking about heaven and about going to heaven, about that Jesus has loved her from the inside out, and that she will be with him. And she said, I won't be with him. And I said, why not? He loves you. She said, I don't fit. I'm on the outside. And I said, no, you're exactly the person Jesus is going to say, come to me. And I said, you're going to be there with me. Just like the eunuch said, what prevents me from baptized? I want to be with Jesus. I want to know Christ. And he was right there and then.
And the Spirit really kind of just up out of nowhere takes Philip into that situation and then does amazing things, and then the Spirit keeps on moving.
Right. He probably said to Philip, okay, it's time to go somewhere else. And to keep talking about the Spirit, talking about Jesus, and making that connection with the community. It made my heart leap when she said, okay, I can be with Jesus? Me? I said, yes.
And the Spirit, I think, really in those moments where there's this aha moment. I mean, we've all seen that in people's lives, that aha moment. I think that many of us have really felt the Spirit working in that particular moment. And then it gives us a little bit of courage, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. And courage, and also you just feel it. It's that moment that you said, the presence of Christ, the Spirit is there. When two or three are gathered, when she and I were talking, the Spirit was there. That's an aha moment.
I like it.